Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the Gemini reading for November of 2020. Welcome to all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and of course cross watchers are also always welcome. So Gemini, let's jump in and see what our November is looking like at this particular time. And see if there's anything crazy to look forward to and exciting and all those good things. How was your October, Gemini? How was your Halloween? And if you do Samhain, blessed Samhain, and hope you had a good holiday. We have Justice card, and we have the Five of Wands. Let's try that again. So the Justice card speaks of balance, but it also could mean that this month you're dealing with a Libra or have Libra in your placements, and that particular area of your chart is something to consider spending a little bit more time with this particular month. When you see the Justice card mixed with the Five of Swords too, it looks very much like it could have something to do with actual justices in a legal system. You also have the Two of Cups as well. Let's get some clarifiers in here before we get too into hang on. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords to clarify for Justice. And there were a couple of turnovers here. Just the one. We have the Three of Wands to clarify for the Five of Wands. And the clarifier for the Two of Cups is going to be the Empress in reverse. So Gemini, what I'm hearing for you is that there's something regarding balance that's going to be coming in due to a message that you're receiving regarding a truth. It can be a truth that has been being held back from you, or it could be if you happen to be dealing with a court case or a decision that's being made by a judiciary system, then it could be that the verdict is coming in with a truth being provided overall. So I can't tell whether that's going in your favor or out of your favor, but it's speaking of a conflict that you've been having recently, and just that the Three of Wands is clarifying for that conflict. So that tells me that for the most part, this is going to be a positive for you, because the Three of Wands, card, is basically the idea of your ship is coming in. So it's something that's moving forward towards you at this particular time. So that for those of you who are dealing with a court case, dealing with something to do with that legal system, it looks like whatever this conflict that's happened is going to be found in your favor. And the Two of Cups speaks to it can either be a new love, it can be a new, or not a new love, but necessarily like a leveling up of a situation. So it could be a friendship that's turning into more than that. It can be somebody who's maybe getting engaged at this particular time. And I'm seeing it too that it's not going to be somebody who you haven't been aware of, because you've got the Empress in reverse. So the Empress in reverse talks about it's almost like it's hard to describe. It's like a lack of fertility, and the fact that this is not something new that you're giving birth to. So this is a leveling up within an already existing relationship, whether it's a friendship that's growing into a more solidified friendship, possibly based around that particular court case that's been taking place, or that particular decision that's been needed. For those of you who are just having some balance issues within your life, your home life, your work life, and it's causing conflicts in your home, which can happen as well, or conflicts within your work, whatever that movement forward that's taking place this particular month is again bringing you into that more balanced situation with regard to the people in your life. Again, people who are already there, not a bringing in of somebody new. We've got 2 this time. So your crystal healing cards for this particular month, Gemini, are going to be Chariot with the number 50, and you also have Anandalite with the number 25. So on those we have both a pink and a green border, and both of those colors speak towards the heart chakra. So again, very much speaking to opening up your heart, moving away from the conflict, opening up your heart to this sort of new level that you're being brought into as well. And the thing about these particular crystals as well is that the Anandalite itself it talks about consciousness. So it's very much being enlightened, and it's very much being in the now. So it's putting a spotlight on where you are currently, and really bringing you into that notion of always being in the present, as opposed to worrying about things that are in the past, or worrying about things that are going to happen in the future. It's really kind of bringing you into that concept of being aware of what your present situation is, and where your present could possibly lead you without, running away with the idea of where that's going to end up. The Chariot is very much a healing crystal, and it talks about things like, again, being in the present moment and just healing within that present moment. So again, bringing balance into your system, getting rid of dark fears, deep fears, and just being in balance in yourself within this particular state will bring you closer to whoever this person is that you're meant to be growing in a relationship with at this time. Your animal card for this particular month is a chameleon with change. And that is the number 33, which is a divine number, and also goes down to a 6. 33 talks about work. It talks about working with others for that kind of thing. And really kind of, again, bringing yourself into that state of leveling up with someone. And change doesn't necessarily have to be you having to change who you are. It's really a matter of, like I said, balancing your work life, and just bringing balance and justice into your own self, so that you're able to come into the now, as it were. I'm getting echoes of Eckhart Tolle here, but really being present in your moments. And this itself for you is a bit of a change, because you're usually either one side or the other of that coin. You're very much with regard to either looking in the past or looking in the future, and you're having to change your perspective at this time by looking at the present and living in the moment. Your shadow card, which speaks to a blockage or a thing that can be delaying this or could be hindering your ability to kind of live in the now and live in the present. This one didn't want to go back in. So what we have for you is Penthesilea with guilt. Now this doesn't have to be conscious guilt. This is a shadow that you're working with, and it may not actually be your own. It could be somebody else's guilt that's hindering you in the process of being in your, like, their energy is affecting your energy, as it were. And again, it can also have to do with, for those of you who are dealing with a court case, this is very cut and dry as being their guilt or your guilt sort of hindering the moving forwardness of it all. So getting away from the conflict, trying to find who's guilty of what, or maybe feeling guilt that actually doesn't belong to you. I'm hearing varying versions because it's a collective reading. But just working through that shadow, working through that guilt, forgiving yourself, forgiving someone else. Even if you don't feel that forgiveness necessarily, the idea of forgiving someone else is always it's literally about you, and the fact that not allowing their energies or not allowing them to have any more space in your head, not allowing them to have any more space in your heart. If you forgive them, let it go. And I know that's hard to do, and I know sometimes people are going, I don't want to let it go, and I can see that, absolutely. I can understand that stance that you're taking right now. But making that change, saying, you know what, I'm forgiving you. I'm not okay with what you did. What you did was not okay, but I'm going to forgive you because I don't want this eating away at me anymore. I want to be able to, again, live in the present and not be considering the past all the time, not have that conflict hanging over me all the time, and just go ahead and let it pass and move forward, change and move forward, and grow into the connections that you're meant to be growing into at this particular time, and healing yourself away from whatever that past hurt was. So Gemini, this is what I see for you for November of 2020. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. It's been an honor. Thank you for allowing your energies to help to pull these cards for this spread, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Bye for now.